Hi and welcome to Present Like a Pro. I'm Phil Turtle and it's my pleasure to introduce you to the 14 top tips that the professionals use in order to make their presentations really stunning. So I hope you've managed to download the book okay. Read and learn, apply those tips to your presentations and you'll certainly start to see improvements. But because the book is just on paper, it's a bit difficult. It's a bit dry, shall we say. So what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks is sending you regular videos where I go through each of those tips and a whole lot more, so that over a period of time you can see how these tips work, how to apply them to your presentations, and how to slowly but surely learn to present like a pro. And here's the first one. Stay tuned. Hi guys, Phil Turtle here to help you present like a pro. So today's tip is about establishing rapport with your audience. Now, have you ever noticed that when you're with somebody that you know quite well, quite often you'll start sort of doing the same things. You might both lean forward while you're talking, or you might cross your legs, sit back. You might cross your arms, both sort of at the same time. And you don't think about it, you just do it naturally. You might both stroke your chin at the same time when you're talking. And you'll probably find that you start talking at the same speed. It's something that we do quite naturally. And what it means is that you're comfortable with that person and that you like each other. So we use this in a sales type situation very often to speed up that liking process, because as you all know, people like to buy from people they trust. So if any of you ever studied NLP, you'll know that there's a technique called mirroring and matching. And that's sort of taking what we do naturally to a faster level. So you're talking to somebody new and you very, very gently start mirroring or matching the things that they do. So if they lean forward to speak to you, after a comfortable moment or two, you might do the same. They may lean back, and again, comfortably, so it's not noticeable, it's not obvious, you might do the same as well. Now after a while, it creates this comfort, it creates this liking between the two of you. And in fact, at that point, you can start to lead. So whereas you've been following them, you can start to do something and maybe they'll follow you. And that's when you start to take control of the meeting. Now, we're talking about presentations, aren't we? So how can you do that in a presentation situation? You can't exactly mirror and match 300 people. In fact, you can't do it with 3. So here's what you do. You have to get them to mirror and match you. Right, how can we do that? Well, we start off right at the beginning by asking a question. And that sort of question might be, who's here to learn about doing better presentations? By a show of hands? And you put your hand up right up high towards the ceiling. And this will get most, not all, of them matching you. Now, okay, they may be a bit reluctant at first, so we have to stand our ground and say, come on guys, we're not going to get the best out of today's presentation if you're not going to engage with me. So let's try that one again. Who's here to learn about presenting like a pro? Excellent, right. And then you carry on. And you'll go through this process a number of times. You'll think of different questions and where you want them to get them to put their hands in the air to match you. So you'll do this 3-4 times and then it's time to move to the next stage, which is to get them answering questions, and then we're really starting to get engaged. Now the important thing with these questions is questions where 95%, 99% of the audience is going to say yes. So shall I tell you how to create rapport with your audience, team? Yes or no? Sorry, couldn't quite hear that. Yes or no, team? And you get the yes you want. Now you have established a rapport with your audience, and you must keep using this all the way through your presentation. That way, you are leading them, you're in rapport, they're listening a lot more carefully, they like you. And let's assume that you're trying to sell them something, or at least trying to get them to agree to your proposals or propositions. You want as many yeses as possible. So there it is, guys. To present like a pro, get them mirroring and matching you with questions with hands in the air. So that's who is, who has, who's ever given a presentation? By a show of hands, that sort of thing. And of course, get as many yeses as you can out of them, because the more people say yes to you, the more likely they are to buy from you. Thanks, guys. Here's to your success presenting like a pro.